Have you ever wondered how one conflict can ignite a chain reaction, leading to even more wars? The story of the Burma Wars is a perfect example of this. It's a tale of expanding empires, shifting borders, and the dramatic consequences that followed. So, how did a series of wars in Southeast Asia set the stage for future conflicts? Let's dive in. In the early 19th century, the British Empire in India and the ambitious Konbaung dynasty of Burma were on a collision course. The Burmese kingdom was expanding westward, pushing into territories like Assam and Manipur. This brought them right to the doorstep of British-controlled India. The British, protective of their lucrative trade routes and valuable territories like Bengal, saw this expansion as a direct threat. Tensions simmered, with border disputes and raids becoming more frequent. The final straw came when Burmese forces advanced into Kachar, a state under British protection. In 1824, Britain had had enough and declared war, marking the beginning of the First Anglo-Burmese War. This first war was a brutal affair, lasting 2 long years. The British, with their superior naval power and weaponry, eventually forced the Burmese to surrender. The resulting Treaty of Yandabo was devastating for Burma. They had to cede vast territories, including Assam, Manipur, and the coastal regions of Arakan and Tenasserim. They were also forced to pay a massive indemnity and accept a British resident at their capital. This treaty didn't just cripple the Burmese kingdom, it fundamentally redrew the map of Southeast Asia. The loss of its coastal territories meant Burma was now landlocked, cut off from vital sea trade. The British, on the other hand, had gained a strategic foothold and were hungry for more. The peace was fragile at best. The Second and Third Anglo-Burmese Wars followed in subsequent decades, driven by British commercial interests, particularly in the teak trade, and a desire to completely neutralize Burmese power. By 1885, the entire country was annexed into the British Indian Empire. But the story doesn't end there. The British conquest of Burma created new, long, and often poorly defined borders with neighboring powers, especially with French Indochina and China. This set the stage for a new kind of geopolitical rivalry. The Great Game between Britain and France played out in the jungles and hills of Southeast Asia, with both empires vying for influence and territory. This imperial competition and the new colonial borders would later contribute to ethnic tensions and conflicts that erupted during World War II and continued long after Burma gained its independence. So, the Burma Wars weren't just an isolated series of events. They were the first domino to fall, leading to the complete colonization of Burma, sparking intense imperial rivalry, and planting the seeds for future conflicts that would shape the region for a century to come. Thanks for watching.